Yes, any problem, children?
No, sir.
Okay, so matter is something that occupies some space and has some mass. Right now, matter is something. Matter is something that has some mass and and occupies occupies some space. Occupies some space. For example, duster, chalk, table, chair, paper, pencil, eraser, etc. Eraser, etc. All these are the materials that has some mass and occupies some space, and they are considered to be matter. Okay, children. Now question comes that what matter is made up of? What matter is made up of? Matter is made up of very fine particles called atoms. Matter is made up of very fine particles called atoms. Right now, matter is made up of very fine particles. Matter is made up of very fine particles. Very fine particles called atoms. Okay. So atom is the smallest particle that forms matter. Okay, children. Atom is the smallest. Atom is the smallest entity of matter. If we continue to divide any matter, suppose if we continue to break this duster into smaller and smaller, further smaller pieces, a stage will come that at that stage we cannot split this duster into further smaller particles. That stage is called atom. That stage is called what? Atom. Okay, children? Did you get it? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, atom, similar kind of atoms, they constitute elements. Similar kind of atoms, they constitute what? Elements. For example, when we say, you might have heard about oxygen, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, etc. And in your lower classes, you might have studied about the composition of air. What is the composition of air, children? Can anybody tell me what is the composition of air? What is the composition of air? Can anybody tell me what is the composition of air? Yes.
Composition of air is a measurement of air in which we can say that
No, I'm asking the standard composition of air, that is 78% nitrogen, approximately 21% oxygen, and 1% other gases. Okay? What is okay? Okay, children? So all these are elements, similar kind of atoms, similar kind of atoms, similar kind of atoms form an element. Form an element. Similar kind of atoms form an element. For example, oxygen, oxygen, hydrogen, hydrogen, lithium, lithium, argon, boron, sulfur, sulfur, etc. Okay, these all are elements. Understand? Now our chapter has got the right direction, because we must know what is uh, what are the metals and non-metals first of all. So first of all, we should understand that matter is something that has some mass and occupies space. Matter is made up of very fine particles called atoms, and similar kind of atoms, they form elements. Similar kind of atoms, understand? They form elements. So element is the purest form of matter. And we have given the examples like oxygen, hydrogen, lithium, argon, boron, sulfur, etc. Now, elements based on their physical and chemical properties, based on their physical and chemical properties are classified into two categories, basically into two broad categories. They are metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals, which is the name of our chapter, which we will be studying in this chapter. Metals and non-metals. Understand? Understood, children, or not? Please tell me.
Understood, sir.
Understood, no?
Understood, sir.
Wait, listen, first let me tell you one more thing, that elements are classified into three categories basically metals, non-metals and semi-metals or metalloids. But here in this chapter we will study about only two categories, metals and non-metals. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
In higher classes you will learn that elements are basically, they are classified into three categories: metals, non-metals and metalloids or semi-metals. Understand? But that we will study later on. But here in this chapter we will classify the elements into two broader categories, that is metals and non-metals. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So have you noted this?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Have you noted, children?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No.
Yes,
Sir, please wait.
Hurry up, note it down. In the meantime, you please note down. Okay? Note down. I am giving you 2 minutes time to note. Okay, children, I'm back now. So, can we proceed further now?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
here I am told that elements are classified on the basis of their physical and chemical properties. So, physical properties are such properties which we can see externally. For example, hardness. Suppose some materials are hard. For example, this wood is hard, but eraser it is soft, you know, and water it is soft. Okay. So this is physical property. Color. This is also physical property. State, physical state. Some materials are solid, some are liquid, some are gases. This is also a physical property. Understand? On the other hand, there are some chemical properties like internal composition. Internal composition means what materials they are made up of. Okay, so that comes under chemical properties. We have studied.
Sir,
Yes, yes.
sir, what is written after the smallest in atom is the smallest?
एंटिटी ऑफ मैटर. एंटिटी मीन्स होता है सबसे छोटी इकाई. हिंदी में बोलते हैं इकाई. जैसे सपोज यू टेक वन रूम. व्हाट इज द स्मॉलेस्ट एंटिटी ऑफ दैट रूम? सबसे छोटी यूनिट क्या होती है रूम की? बोलो. रूम इज मेड अप ऑफ व्हाट? कैन यू टेल मी? रूम इज मेड अप ऑफ लार्ज नंबर ऑफ ब्रिक्स. ब्रिक्स से बनी होती है कि नहीं? बहुत सारे ब्रिक्स एक साथ रख देते then we get the room. No, so when we break the room, the smallest entity that we will be getting is brick. Is that okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, atom is the smallest entity of matter. If we continue to break the matter, any type of matter into smaller pieces, the smallest entity that we will get will be atom. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can we proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Shall I rub the board?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
See. Now we are going to see the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Physical properties of metals and non-metals. Physical properties. Physical properties of metals and non-metals. Physical properties of metals and non-metals means those properties that can be viewed externally, that we can view externally. Suppose we take a piece of iron. So what features do you observe in iron? Can you tell me? Yes, Shubham, tell me.
Sir, it is hardened.
Very good. Iron is harder. Okay, very good. Then what other feature do you see?
Sir,
Metals
sir,
are
sir.
lustrous, sonorous, malleable, tactile.
One minute, one by one. I am asking to Shubham Kumar. Shubham Kumar will answer, and the rest will not switch on their mics. Understand? Shubham, yes, you speak. Shubham,
Sir, iron also possesses the property of malleability.
no. First of all, you tell the iron is harder. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Up now you tell another property, malleability. What does that mean? What do you mean by malleability?
Sir,
Sir, can I?
No. Shubham is speaking. No. Yeah, Shubham, continue. Shubham.
Sir, can I answer? Sir, can I answer?
Okay. Alzia Bano, you answer.
Sir, the property of matter in which a metal is converted into thin sheets is known as malleability.
Very good, very good. So, okay, children, listen now. Now, what is malleability? Let us try to understand. See, suppose this is a piece of chalk. And suppose this is a piece of iron. Okay? This is a piece of iron, and we beat both of these. Using a hammer. If we beat both of these using a hammer, what will happen? Can you tell me?
sir, the chalk become powder and
One by one. Yes, Chinmay, you tell. Chinmay, you tell.
Sir, the chalk will be broken and the iron will be flat.
Very good, well done. So the chalk will break down into pieces. This property is called brittleness. What is this called?
Brittleness.
Brittleness. This is called brittleness. So this is a non-metal type. So it will break down. While the metals, they will be beaten into thin sheets. They will be beaten into thin sheets. Okay, children.
Okay, sir.
So this property of metals, when they are converted into thin sheets, on beating with the hammer or applying pressure, is called malleability. And so thus metals are malleable in nature. Very good. Okay. Shubham, other properties of metals?
Sir, the iron also possesses the property of ductility.
Ductility. What does that mean?
The property of metal by which it can be drawn into the wires, it called ductility.
Very good. You might have seen, children, that electrical wires, they are made up of metals. Either you will find metals, wires of copper or aluminum. Copper or aluminum. Have you seen? Have you seen or not?
Yes, sir.
So this means
Yes,
that
sir.
this means that metals can be woven into wires. Now, one more thing I want to ask, Alzia Bano will answer, why metals are used to form the wires? Alzia Bano,
Sir, please repeat.
why metals are used as wires for the electricity to pass?
Metals are used as wire because metals are good conductor of heat and electricity.
Very good. Metals are good conductors of electricity. That is why wires of metals are used to carry the electric current. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So, how many properties of metals we have seen so far? They are hard,
Metals are hard, lustrous, sonorous.
harder, then malleable, ductile. Now,
Sir, metals are sonorous.
Sir, sonorous.
1 minute, 1 minute. Shubham, what do we mean when we say that metals are sonorous?
Sir, when we hit the iron, our dinging sound is produced. This is called sonorous.
Very good. So metals are sonorous, but non-metals are not sonorous. Okay. Then any other property of metals?
No, sir.
No, you have left one. Metals are lustrous or metals have shiny appearance.
Lustrous.
But non-metals do not have shiny appearance. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So we will
Yes,
write
sir.
down. We will write down metals and non-metals. Metals, non-metals. Generally, hard, solid. Softer. Soft. Non-metals are soft. Okay. Second, produce sound. Produce sound. When beaten by hard object. That is sonorous. See, children, you might have seen when there is aarti in temple, you have one spherical metallic piece which is beaten by iron hammer or wooden hammer. So when they beat, it produces large noise, isn't it? Have you seen this or not?
Yes, sir.
So metals produce large noise when they are beaten by a hard surface, hard or object. Okay. So this property of metals is called sonorous. Sonorous. Okay. And non-metals are non-sonorous. Non-sonorous. Non-metals are non-sonorous. Okay, children. Then metals. These are good conductors of heat and electricity. Heat and electricity. Good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay. Okay, children. These are
Sir,
yes. Yes.
sir, metal is shining.
We will write lustrous. Metals have shiny appearance. That is, they are lustrous. वो अभी हम लिखेंगे. Okay? Bad conductors or insulators. Bad conductors or insulators. Okay. Then have shiny appearance. Have shiny appearance. That is lustrous. Lustrous. These are dull. Dull appearance. In order to study the physical properties, you can compare the properties of iron piece and sulfur powder. Then you can easily find out. Iron is harder. It is when you freshly cut iron piece, it will be shiny. It is harder. It will conduct electric current. While sulfur powder, it is softer. Okay. It is non-lustrous. It is dull appearance. It is bad conductor of heat and electric current. Okay. Other properties, let us discuss. Now, shall I cut this? Shall I cut this now, children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hurry up, children. I am going to run now because we have to write
Yes, sir.
more properties of metals and non-metals. Next property. When metals are beaten with hammer, they turn into thin sheets. Thin sheets. They turn into thin sheets. This property of metals is called. This property of metals is called what? Yes, Janan. Tell me.
Malleability.
Malleability. This property of metals is called malleability. Malleability. And hence metals are malleable. And hence metals are malleable. For example, you might have seen aluminum foil, iron sheets to cover the roofs. Iron sheets are used to cover the roofs of houses in villages. Have you seen or not?
Yes, sir.
For example,
Seen, sir.
very good. Aluminium foil, iron sheets, used to cover houses in villages. This property is known as malleability. But metals, non-metals, when they are beaten by a hammer, they broke down into pieces. They break down into pieces. This property is called brittleness, and hence non-metals are brittle. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so we will write down here. When non-metals are beaten with hammer or anything, or any other harder surface, any other harder object, they break into pieces. They break into pieces. This property of non-metals, this property of non-metals is called brittleness. Hence, non-metals are brittle. Non-metals are brittle. Okay? Non-metals are brittle. Please note down. Non-metals are brittle. Okay, children? Have you noted?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
For example, sulfur,
Charcoal.
carbon, etc.
Sir, charcoal.
Charcoal is not neither it is metal nor it is a form of carbon. Charcoal is a form of carbon. So I have written carbon here. Okay. Okay, children. Charcoal is a form of carbon. All of you understood or not, Karishma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now the next property is that metals, they can be drawn into thin wires. This property of metals is known as
Ductility.
ductility, and hence the metals are ductile. But what about non-metals? Children?
When the non-metals are beaten,
They are not.
they are not ductile.
They are non-ductile. They cannot be drawn into thin wires as metals. Understand?
Yes,
So they are non-ductile. So we will write down here. Next property. Metals can be drawn can be drawn into thin wires. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. This property of metals is known as ductility. This property of metals is known as ductility. Hence, metals are ductile. Metals are ductile. Okay. For example, aluminium wires, copper wires, etc. Okay. Written. Non-metals, on the other hand, they cannot be drawn into thin wires, and hence they are non-ductile. Non-metals are non-ductile and non-malleable also. Okay, children? Because they cannot be drawn into thin wires, that means they are non-ductile, and they cannot be beaten into thin sheets, and hence they are non-malleable as well. Okay? Non-metals cannot be drawn into thin wires. Non-metals cannot be drawn into thin wires, and hence they are non-ductile. For example, silicon, oxygen, hydrogen, etc. Okay, so this is all about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Can you add some other physical properties of metals that we have not discussed in this class? Can you tell me, children? Can you tell me some other properties, physical properties of metals and non-metals that we have not discussed here?
No, sir, all are done.
All are covered now. So let
Yes, sir.
us recapitulate what we have learned so far in this class. We have started the chapter materials, metals and non-metals. So first of all, we have seen what is matter. Matter is something that has some mass and occupies some space. All the materials that we see around us are made up of matter. Okay, and matter, in turn, it is made up of very fine particles called
Atoms.
Atom.
So atom is the smallest entity of matter. Okay, so when we start to break down any matter, ultimate piece will be called as atom. Okay, children. Now, atoms of similar kind or identical atoms, they form an element. For example, oxygen, neon, hydrogen, carbon, iron, sulfur, all these are called elements. Okay. Children, I think you might have seen a periodic table. Have you ever seen a periodic table?
Yes, sir.
It is available in
Yes,
shops. It is available in shops. You can purchase and stick to the wall wherever you spend most of your time. When you get up in the morning, you see. When you go to sleep, you see once. So you will be familiar with these elements. Understand? Okay, children. So today we have discussed the physical properties of metals. Elements are classified basically into two categories, metals and non-metals, which is the name of our chapter. Okay, children? So now how to identify metals and non-metals? So first of all, we have to see their physical properties. Physical properties are those properties which we can see externally. बाहर से देख सकते हैं उनका कलर कैसा है, उनका स्टेट कैसा है, वो कैसे दिखते हैं, वो सॉफ्ट है कि हार्ड है.
Texture.
All these are properties which comes under physical properties. So we have discussed the physical properties of metals. Metals are generally harder. On the other hand, non-metals are softer. Metals are lustrous. They have shiny appearance. On the other hand, non-metals have dull appearance. Then metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, whereas non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. That is, they are insulators. Metals, when they are beaten by a hard surface, they are beaten into thin sheets. This is called malleability. So metals are malleable, but non-metals are brittle. They break down into pieces. And metals can be drawn into thin wires. This is called ductility, while non-metals cannot be drawn into thin wires. So these are the physical properties that we have seen today, and in the next class we will see the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, so now thank you and have a nice day for now. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for teaching us.
Okay.